had a fear that if we started providing weapons, we wouldn't know where those weapons would wind up. My view was you have to begin somewhere.
In retrospect now, was not arming the rebels at that time a mistake?
I think that would have helped. And I think in part we paid a price for not doing that in what we see happening with ISIS.
I don't think that even Secretary Panetta would suggest that a few weapons would have dramatically altered the outcome here. I think the concern is that a significant investment of time and hardware would have been required with the hope, again, not the conclusion, but with the hope that it could alter the outcome.
It's not a very significant campaign, and when you listen to the rhetoric from the administration, from administration officials about the nature of the threat, I mean, Chuck Hagel's out there calling it an imminent threat. You have other administration officials calling it an immediate threat, and yet the strikes that we're seeing reported, there's a CENTCOM report out today, a press release today, saying that the airstrikes destroyed 2 ISIL vehicles, an ISIL tank, and damaged an ISIL Humvee. I mean, that's not a big campaign. 4 airstrikes, 190 total over the past 42 days. If you go back and look at the campaign in Kosovo, NATO conducted more than 10,000 airstrikes, 134 per day over 78 days. Now, maybe it's early, maybe that's coming, maybe the administration's going to do that, but there's a disconnect between what we're seeing them do overseas and the way that they're talking about it here.
The other thing that was striking about the Panetta interview was about the
war in Iraq, and I did. In 2008, I said I'd end the war in Iraq, and I did. We ended the war in Iraq and brought nearly 150,000 troops home.
Do you wish you had left a residual force in Iraq? Any regrets about that decision in 2011?
Well, keep in mind, that wasn't a decision made by me. That was a decision made by the Iraqi government. What I just...
Joe Biden was briefing Democratic senators about the administration's decision to withdraw all troops before the Iraqis actually made or announced their decision. So the president's trying to engage in revisionist history, and it won't work.